This video is best viewed in full screen mode, and on YouTube that's this icon right here. And if you have a high bandwidth connection, you also want to watch it in HD, which is this icon right here. This video goes over entering in your first judgment. If you haven't watched the orientation video, it might be a good idea to go watch it first, and there's a link on the screen now for that. Alright, here we go. First thing you do is you hit the New button, and it automatically brings you over to the Judgment tab. And as you see me make this video, some of the stuff I'm going to do is just cut and paste, so you don't have to sit here and watch me type. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and put in the style. And so over here you have the judgment creditor, and down here you have the judgment debtor. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to enter in the court information. But that is never typed directly into here. It's maintained through a separate list, which allows you to never have to type the same court in twice. So we click on that, and this brings up our court list. And in this particular case, it's empty because this is working off a brand new install. So what we want to do is we want to enter in a new court. So we put in the court name, county, street address, city, okay, so we've entered in a new entry into the court list, and now we save it. And now that we have it in there, we just say use selected court, and all that information gets pumped in there. Now the next time you have a judgment for this court, you don't have to type it in. You just click on this, select it, say use selected court, and it types it all in there for you. Alright, so now over here we put in the case number. I'm just going to make one up, ABC 123. And we got a judge. And we're just going to say this is a small claims case. And here's your purchase price. We're going to say it's 50% on future pay. Excuse me. And we're going to put in a date of 10/25/2009. And the next thing we're going to do is put in the award amount, and we're just going to say it's $2,500. And once you put in this amount, you'll notice a whole bunch of other stuff gets filled in, because once you have the court selected, which gives you the state, and once you put in an award amount, then it sees this as a live judgment, and it populates everything else for you, including the judgment expiration date. So now we have this tab is finished. All right, now the next thing is to put in the information on the judgment creditors. And so we have one judgment creditor of Danny. And you notice that once I put the type in, then his name goes into the tab. And then we also have a second judgment creditor, Karen. And of course, if you had any of the information for these fields, you'd go ahead and fill it out. But that's where the information goes for the judgment creditors. Then, the next thing we do is we go over here to the Judgment Debtor and Contacts tab. Now, over here is where we want to put in the information on the judgment debtors. And we have two of them. We have Tamara, and we got Jill Jackson. And if you notice, as soon as I put the information in here, the tab gets the name put into it. And then, of course, you would fill out any other information that you had available through these other fields. And over here, one of the first things you want to do is check and make sure they haven't gone bankrupt if you haven't done that already. And you want to put in the date to check the bankruptcy for Tamara there. And Jill, you want to put the date you checked her for bankruptcy. And then once you locate them, you find out where they live, then you put in the date there. And then the first time you send them a demand letter, you put the date, you put the date in there. And that is pretty much everything you need to know about getting your first judgment entered into the system.